Good morning, all. This is Lakshmi Prasanna, English faculty, TAV High School, SDSTPS, Nalatur. Let us now have a quick recap of the lesson what we have learned in the last class. Children, what is that you remember about when you see all these pictures? These are the pictures of a student life. We gather many memories in our school days. Those were the days of innocent childhood during which we do many mistakes as well as learn many things from our mistakes. What do you observe in the picture? The picture depicts a classroom situation and an incident that took place between the teacher as well as the student. Our today's lesson is about such a situation, which is an extract from a novel called Swami and His Friends. In this story, we talk about an impulsive boy named Swami who had the worsened situations at his school, and finally, how did he react towards them? Our today's lesson is Swami expelled from school. Written by R.K. Narayan. Let us know a few details about him. R.K. Narayan was born in Madras, now known as Chennai. His father was a school headmaster, and Narayan did some of his studies at his father's school. As his father's job entailed frequent transfers, Narayan spent part of his childhood under the care of his maternal grandmother, Parvati. During this time, his best friends and playmates were a peacock and a mischievous monkey. She taught him arithmetic, mythology, classical Indian music, and Sanskrit. The today's lesson, which is an extract from the novel Swami and His Friends, was a semi-autobiography that built upon many incidents from his own childhood. Childhood is the theme of the novel Swami and Friends. Swami and Friends is a story of 10-year-old boy. The present extract Swami expelled from school. The word expelled means dismissal from the school. Describes what happened one day in the classroom. The headmaster entered the classroom with a flushed face and a hard, ominous look. He wanted to punish the mischievous children and read out the names of a dozen students angrily. Swami was one of them. The headmaster gave them a lecture to correct their misbehavior. He asked them whether they were not ashamed of what they had done the previous day. He then made the students to stand on the desk and asked them to offer their explanations one by one. The students started giving their excuses. One of the students said that he had an attack of a headache and therefore he was asked to bring a medical certificate by the headmaster. The second student then said that while he was going to school, someone said that there was no school and he had gone back. Listening to this response of the student, the headmaster got flushed and then replied that if he was going to listen to every loafer, he deserved to be flogged. The word flogged means to hit. Added to this, he also pronounced punishment for 10 days attendance cancelled and 2 rupees fine, and he asked the second one to stand on the bench the whole day. The third one simply tried to escape by saying that he had an attack of headache. Then the fourth student replied that he had stomachache. The fifth student said that his grandmother died. very suddenly when he was started to his school. Then immediately the headmaster asked him if he could bring a letter from his father. Then the student simply gave a reply that he had no father. The very next moment, the headmaster inquired about who his guardian was, and he replied that it was his grandmother. But the grandmother was dead, and hence he had no one to write letter. Immediately the headmaster asked the student to bring the letter from his neighbors. The student then replied that none of his neighbors could read or write, as he belonged to Element Street, which is of illiterate. The headmaster also gave another chance for the student to correct himself if he was lying. Hence, he offered him that he would send a teacher to his illiterate locality to find out from the boy's neighbors if the death of the grandmother was a fact or not. The student, who then realized about his fault as well as his condition, took a pause and a deep breath, thus answered that even the neighbors could not possibly know anything about it, as his grandmother died in the village. The headmaster became furious and hit him on the knuckles with his cane, called him a street dog for his rude behavior as well as attitude of saying lies, and thus pronounced 15 days suspension for him. The headmaster, who knows the reason of the students for not attending the school, was not convinced by their explanations, and he pronounced the punishment and gave them blows with a cane. Swami was watching the scene from behind. When he was watching the scene, he saw Rajam, his friend and classmate with pink ears. This means Rajam was angry with Swami because of some reason. Swami understood that Rajam was angry with him. Swami's turn came. Thinking of Rajam's anger with him, he was incapable to speak. So he was deaf to the headmaster's question to him. When the headmaster gave a rap on Swami's body, he came to the real world. The headmaster asked Swami why he had not come to school the day before. Swaminathan tried to protest by saying that he had never been absent, but the attendance register was there, so he gave some disjointed explanations for his absence. The headmaster was not satisfied with Swami's explanations and brought the cane sharply down on Swami's right shoulder. Swami kept staring at the headmaster with tearful eyes, massaging with left hand the spot where the cane was laid. The headmaster warned him that he would kill him if he did not give the right answer. As we came to know in the last class that Swami was staring to the headmaster, which made the headmaster furious and shouted that he would kill him if he did not say the truth. Then the headmaster turned to a boy and asked him to call the peon. On hearing this, Swami thought that the headmaster was going to ask the peon to beat him. Swami thought of biting everybody dead if the peon beat him. The peon came. The headmaster asked the peon to tell him what he knew about that rascal. The peon said that he saw Swami breaking the panes of the ventilators in the headmaster's room. Swami had no chance of escaping and stood staring foolishly. The headmaster gave another whack on Swami's back. He beat Swami with a cane severely. When Swami asked the headmaster to stop beating, the headmaster brought down the cane 4 times again. He asked Swami to keep standing on the desk till he announced his dismissal. The blows pained Swami very much and they are quite intolerable. He could not bear the pain. He got a sudden flood of courage out of his worry. He restrained the tears that were threatening to rush out. He jumped down, held his books, and rushed out, muttering that he didn't care for his dirty school. Finally, the corporal punishment did not bring any correction in the mischievous behavior of Swami. It made him rude and arrogant towards school. The lesson thus gives us the notion that the headmaster, who is the ultimate figure and responsible to change the behavior of a student, must adopt the right method to make the child reflect on his behavior. And also, the child must realize his own mistake rather than opting for the wrong decisions. Hope you enjoyed the class, children. Thank you.